Let's talk about that. What do organizations need to know about their digital obligations?
For most organizations, the digital aspect is front and center. The standards point to what's called WCAG 2.0 Level AA. That's a set of guidelines for making digital content more accessible, not just for screen readers, but for a variety of needs. The kicker is that it applies to all public websites and web content published after January 1st, 2012.
So that means organizations have to check content that's up to a dozen years old at this point. If it's still online and public, it needs to be accessible.
That's right, which means reviewing not just new pages, but everything people might use today. Practically, that means things like using proper headers in HTML so screen readers can make sense of the layout, adding alt text to images, ensuring there are skip to content options, keyboard navigation, and making sure text is readable with enough contrast.
That's a long checklist, but technology is always evolving. Is aiming for WCAG 2.0 AA really enough?
Strategically, aiming higher can be very smart. The current law requires WCAG 2.0 AA, but newer versions like 2.1 and 2.2 offer updated guidance on things like mobile accessibility, low vision, and cognitive disabilities. Getting ahead of the curve now can save you major headaches later, especially if the law expands.
So, it's not just about legal risk avoidance, it's investing in future proofing and reputation.
Absolutely, and organizations that are genuinely proactive look better to their communities and customers. This isn't just compliance, it's demonstrating leadership and a commitment to real inclusion.
That's enough to command anyone's attention, from the boardroom to HR to IT.
Without a doubt, enforcement isn't just a theoretical threat. There are audits, compliance orders, and imposed remediation plans. It's better to be prepared.
So, what's your advice for organizations looking to shift from just avoiding penalties to actually gaining an advantage?
Get strategic. Start with a multi-year accessibility plan. Do real audits, not just automated website scans, but manual testing too, involving users with disabilities to catch things technology might miss. Then, make sure your staff is properly trained, document everything, and keep your public accessibility policy front and center. Most importantly, keep talking to your users and adjust over time for continuous improvement.
So, January 2025 isn't really the finish line. It's a milestone on a much longer journey.
Precisely. True accessibility is about ongoing improvement, learning, and engagement. It's a way to build a stronger, more inclusive Ontario step by step.
For everyone listening, how can your organization approach AODA not just as a rule book, but as a springboard for innovation and connection with your whole community?
That's the real opportunity here, something for everyone to think about.